tool market is flooded with different brands of power tools competing to outdo each other and create that perfect tool for the right application. While we think this is a good thing, sometimes the end result is having too many options, and it always brings up that question, which tool is right for you? So we designed this head-to-head competition to address those concerns and to answer who has the best 12-volt cordless impact driver. Today's 12-volt impact driver, it performs 80% of the work that we do. So the question begs itself, why are we carrying the extra weight of the 18-volt? So we took a look at 8 impact drivers. We took a look at Bosch, Dewalt, Hilti, Makita, Milwaukee, Metabo HPT, and Rigid. All are similar in size and capacity. There are some specific differences, and we list them in the article at toolboxbuzz.com. You need to go to toolboxbuzz.com if you want the details, the specs, all that nitty-gritty, nerdy, technical stuff. For this evaluation, we broke things down into some categories. We looked at performance, speed. We looked at runtime, power, torque, ergonomics, price, and warranty. For each of these categories, we rank the tools, pick a winner, and then we name the best 12-volt impact driver at the end based on the combined results. I want to talk about some standout features that affect performance and safety. Not all the impact drivers have these features, but let's just talk about them briefly. As far as LED lighting goes, most cordless tools have them, right? It's a work light option, but it seems that for a long time now, Dewalt has taken this seriously, and they add 3 lights around the nose cone of the tool, and they program that light to stay on the longest. Bosch has recently jumped on this 3-light placement as well, and it's a nice thing to have. 4 of the 8 12-volt impacts have speed adjustments. DeWalt, DeWalt, Metabo, Makita have 2 speeds. Milwaukee has 3 speeds. Additionally, the Milwaukee speed change button is inset slightly, which protects it from bumps and damage. DeWalt's is semi-recessed slightly and protected, not as good. There is some dedicated precision screw settings on some of these impacts. 3 of them have it, and they're uniquely dedicated settings. And so I guess, however, each mode is unique to the brand and intended for specific applications. I guess, for example, DeWalt has what's called a precision drive mode. That's intended for light applications such as machine screws and cabinet hinge screws. This precision drive mode will act as an electronic screwdriver until resistance from the screw head is felt. Once the added resistance is met, slow torque impacts will drive the screw head flush. Precision drive mode can pause the impact driver for 1 second before impacting as well. This protects the fastener in the material surface and provides users with a little bit more control in that application and more precision, so you're not snapping heads off. Makita has an A assist mode, and like DeWalt's precision mode, the Makita A assist mode will initially drive that fastener at low, no impact speed for added control. However, once the impact is required or resistance is met, the driver will begin to impact at low speeds and quickly accelerate to maximum high-speed impact until that fastener is driven. This is designed to help control long fasteners and eliminate kind of that threading and cam out that you often see. Milwaukee has what's called a self-tapping screw mode. The Milwaukee self-tapping screw mode, or what they refer to as mode 4, is designed to help drive small self-tapping, self-threading screws in delicate applications. When depressed, the tool executes a controlled acceleration to 3,000 RPMs to prevent walking of the screw. The driver continues to drive that screw at a full 3,000 RPMs until the tool senses the screw is reaching the end. The driver will finish driving that fastener at a controlled 750 RPMs to eliminate breaking and stripping as it ramps down. We tested it with 1016 by 3/4 self-tappers. We averaged 9.6 seconds for 5 screws without stripping a screw. The other tools did strip screws. With regard to self-tapping screws, it was the most precise impact driver we tested in that mode. So with all these standout features that I just mentioned, you might want to take those into consideration for your purchase decisions. Now let's talk about the head-to-head results. For a speed test, we installed self drilling screws. The winner of that test was Makita and Milwaukee. And man, both of these impact drivers are fast. We had the same operator drive tech screws into hi-hat furring channel. This test basically is performed multiple times to develop a 5 fastener average time. Tech screws are basically, they're commonly in the used in electrical industry, used in metal to metal and metal to wood applications. The most common used are thin metal applications such as working with steel studs and hi-hat channels. So that's why we picked that. Both Makita and Milwaukee averaged 9 seconds, 5 screw average. Hilti came in third with an average time of 9.7 seconds. For speed, that winner was Milwaukee. Now, this test we used 3-inch framing screws into 4 sheets of 3/4 plywood. This is a task that we feel many of our users and readers do on a regular basis, and it highlights a task that we can benefit from improved speed of installation, combined torque, and resulting in productivity gains. So we set the drills on their fastest speed, we installed fresh batteries like we do in all of our tests, and had the same users do the test for all the drills to minimize any chance of being affected by different users. And then we swapped out the users and we retested, taking average time for all users. Milwaukee averaged 1.5 seconds per screw and finished in first place, and it beat out a win over Dewalt by just a little bit, which came in at 2.08 seconds. Super fast, guys. Third was Makita at 2.48 seconds. Clearly a close race in this application. We looked at runtime. So runtime, we based screws driven based on adjusted watt hours because we wanted to level the playing field of the batteries. So the winner in that was Bosch. And we used a 3-inch framing screws test to determine our runtime test. What we did, well, actually, this is the most realistic result if you think about it, comparing the screws fastened by watt hour. I think by using watt hour, which is total battery pack energy, we level the playing field for both voltage and amp hours. Watt hours is calculated by multiplying the voltage, the actual voltage, not the max number that companies advertise, by the battery pack amp hours. This calculation allows us to compare total energy available to do the work. And based on the voltage and size of the battery pack, which is amp hours. So Bosch was able to install 145 3-inch screws and took a very comfortable first place. Second place went to Makita at 129, and that was followed pretty closely in third place by Milwaukee, which had 126 of those 3-inch screws fastened. As far as tool temperature goes, when we were doing these tests, we noticed that some of these tools were getting kind of warm and heating up during the test. So basically, at the point of the tool failure, when the runtime test was over, we took temperature readings of the tools and their batteries. We didn't rank these temperatures in our measurements or use it in our scoring, but we do list them for your information. We looked at ergonomics. Winner of ergonomics is Dewalt. There's no surprise there. They've always done well in ergonomics. And for the ergonomics evaluation, the team evaluated 10 different categories and we ranked them 1, 2, or 3, 1 being the best. Dewalt took the best ergonomics and is truly a comfortable tool to use. Really nice. It's followed closely by the Makita, another nice tool and very comfortable in your hand. The Dewalt took best score in every category and scored 2 in the battery change. The Makita took best score in all categories except the collet and speed change location. Third place went to the Bosch, who excelled in the LED category, battery change, and speed change buttons. We looked at decibels. The winner of decibels was Makita. We recorded decibel levels at the time that we installed the 3-inch deck screws into the 4 layers of plywood. Numerous fasteners were installed basically to kind of develop an average reading and develop that reading. These impacts all measured in a range of 94.1 to 99.6 decibels. OSHA recommends hearing protection within decibel levels of 85 decibels. Before we describe the test that we conducted, we want to talk a bit about sound level test procedures. In order to achieve accurate decibel readings and tests, they need to be conducted in an anechoic chamber with multiple high precision microphones placed all around the tool to test, right? We've said many, many, many times that we are not a test laboratory, and nor are we trying to be one during our tool tests. So we use commercially available high quality equipment in our measurements, and we attempt to keep these tests consistent and repeatable. And that's the key, consistency and repeatability. If we can continue to do that in our tests, then we're doing you a service. So we urge you to focus on relative values of this test, or relative comparison. Let's talk about power. The winner of that was Milwaukee, Metabo, and Makita. So for our power testing, we recognized that 12 volt impact drivers are not designed to install large fasteners and have the capacity of an impact wrench. But we felt that showing power as a relative comparison may be useful to you. We also recognize that many of you guys use 12 volt tools to fasten nuts and bolts in smaller projects and maybe install some smaller or timber lock type fasteners. So we wanted to show you how they compare to each other. Again, relative torque strength. For this test, we used 3/8 by 8-inch lag bolts, way bigger than I would normally ever use. And we installed them into 3 layers of 4x6 pressure treated lumber. 3 of the 8 impacts were able to fully seat that 3/8 lag bolt. Milwaukee did it the fastest in 45 seconds. Metabo completed it in 1.08, 1 minute 8. And Makita did it in 1 minute 10 seconds. The other impact drivers did not fare as well. Let me see. The Dewalt was able to install the lag bolt 6 1/4 inches out of 8. And the rest were somewhere between 2 and 3 inches of lag penetration. All right, moving on to price. The winner of price is Rigid, no surprise, hidden gem of the tool industry. But pricing is a key part of the purchasing matrix, right? It's crucial that you get it right in order to determine which tool is best for you. And there are certain considerations to make when buying power tools to get the most out of them and also complete the application that you need for it. So we listed bare tool and kit price at the time of this video and article for your review. We scored the tools based on bare tools. You know, we can go back and forth and argue this all day long, why we did it. But Rigid came in lowest at $45 as a bare tool. Second, Hilti. Third, Makita, both around 90 bucks. Metabo HPT is the only tool in this category that does not have a bare tool. So we list and we would look at their kit price. The purchasing matrix is way more complicated than just price a tool. We get that, right? Every cordless power tool at all levels of budget, from super premium, has design compromises. First, of course, is the cost. It doesn't matter how great a power tool is, if the price is more than your budget will allow, then you're not going to consider it. Keep in mind that the cost is more than just purchase price. For example, if you want more speed, you sometimes have to give up torque. If you want more torque, then you might have to give up weight and go with a heavier tool. So it's all relative. All right, warranty. The winner of warranty, I would say it's Rigid and Hilti. It's hard to rank warranties at some of the details and finer print really could make or break your opinion of a warranty. And I strongly suggest that you read the fine print in order to completely understand warranty of tools before you purchase them. The warranties that stand out of all these 8 were the Dewalt, Hilti, Metabo, HPT, and Rigid in alphabetical order. Dewalt rounds out the list with a 1-year free service and 3-year limited warranty and a 90-day no question asked return policy. It's pretty nice. Hilti, 2-year wear and tear, no cost to the user, with a 1-day service turnaround, no charge shipping. Hilti also offers a 20-year limited warranty. That's 4 times the length of the next best competitor, which is Milwaukee at 5 years, 5-year warranty. Metabo HPT doesn't offer any wear and tear warranty, but it does offer lifetime of the tool warranty. Rigid is the warranty king with lifetime service agreement that covers wear and tear from normal use and even batteries. Ridgid also has a 90-day return policy, and overall, Ridgid is definitely worth a look. And Hilti's 20-year limited warranty with 2-year costs and no cost wear and tear coverage, you can't overlook that either. And don't forget that Hilti's excellent reputation. They make highly durable, professional grade tools that really make them worth a serious look if you want a tool that's going to be around for a while. Okay, here's the moment you've been waiting for. Overall best 12-volt cordless impact driver. Makita. The best 12-volt cordless impact driver goes to Makita by a long shot. So it really did. It blew the competition away. Milwaukee came second. Dewalt came in a distant third. And I'll break this down. So usually our head-to-heads are a lot closer. Makita crushed the competition, coming in 7 points over Milwaukee. We're usually a 1 or 2 point difference. Makita came in first in 2 categories, tech screw speed and decibel ranking. They were second in runtime, ergonomics, price, and third in speed under load and power. So they're always 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 in their rankings. Milwaukee, on the other hand, came in first in 3 categories. They were fastest in speed under load, power testing, and tech screw speed. So they're fast. They have a powerful and extremely fast impact driver. What hurt Milwaukee was that they dropped to 3rd place in runtime and 4th place in ergonomics. Milwaukee also did not fare well in the grip and balance scores on that ergonomics, so it dropped them down in that section. The team really favors the thinner grip style of the impacts of the slide packs, like the Dewalt and the Makita, over the fat stem pack styles. Lastly, pricing and decibels hurt Milwaukee big time. All right, Dewalt, 3rd place winner. Dewalt came in first in ergonomics, 2nd in speed under load, and 4th in the power test, decibel test, and price categories. The runtime test and the tech screw speed test, it hurt Dewalt. It just knocked them down. So guys, overall my thoughts are impact drivers are a real deal now. We know that. We're all using them. Unless you're framing or dealing with really big fasteners, a 12-volt impact driver might be all that you need. We get lots of comments on how we get to this ranking, right? And as I've stated before, God, there are hundreds of ways to test and compare tools. The good news is that we openly share all of our data for you in these tests, so you can rank the tools however you want. Look, you don't care that how we ranked a specific item or ranked a specific tool? No problem. Simply remove it from the matrix above and you can rank them any way you want. Hopefully, you'll find that this head-to-head is useful when you're comparing the 12-volt drivers. Guys, I really, truly hope you enjoyed this video. A lot of time and effort goes into it. If you liked it, please give us a thumbs up and please consider subscribing. We'd love your support. I'm Rob Robillard, and we'll see you next time here at Toolbox Buzz.